face of God. I hold you in my heart. You are a part of me. You are the face of God. You are the face of God. I hold you in my heart. You are a part of me. You are the face of God. You are the face of God. I hold you in my heart. You are a part of me. You are the face of God.
All right, are we ready? Now that we're all soothed into a nice space, we'd love you to stand if you are willing and able so we can sing our opening song, We Come Together. And I think we have some nice rainbow-colored words up there.
1, 2, 3, and... Take a look at the person next to you. Say, I recognize the God in you. Feel the love in the sanctuary. Lift your voice and repeat after me. We come together. We come together. We come together. In the name of love, we come together. We come together. We come together. In the name of love. Take a look at the person next to you. Say, God loves you and I love you too. Feel the love in the sanctuary. Lift your voice and repeat after me. We come together. We come together. We come together. In the name of love, we come together. We come together. We come together. In the name of love, from every walk of life, every creed and color, in kinship we unite. Whoa, in honor of the God in each other.
All right, get ready.
Take a look at the person next to you. Say namaste, I bow to you. Feel the love in the sanctuary. Lift your voice and repeat after me. We come together. We come together. We come together. In the name of love, we come together. We come together. We come together. In the name of love, we come together. We come together. We come together. In the name of love, we come together. We come together. We come together. In the name of love.
Thank you, thank you. Anton Mizrak, Laura Berryhill, and we have Richard Karst with us today. And hopefully this is not the last day we'll have Richard Karst with us. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Unity of Medford in partnership with Center for Spiritual Living Rogue Valley. I'm Kimberly Hawkins, Senior Minister. As always, it is my delight to welcome you no matter where you may happen to be on your own personal spiritual journey. We are a, how do we say, not political, spiritually progressive and radically inclusive faith community. And we teach tools to both transform personal lives and make a world that works for all. If there's anybody here for the first time, we'd love you to raise your hand. We'll just give you a little love. Anybody? Oh, welcome. Glad you found your way to us. Yeah. If you did not receive a welcome packet, if you would raise your hand once again, and Vivian will bring you one. A little bit of info, or Sue, one of our ushers, will bring you one. So let's see. We have a big day ahead of us, some great music. I have a few people to introduce. Reverend Stephanie Clark and I will be doing the talk today, which is really answering your questions. So if you didn't get a form when you came in to write a question that you have about our teachings, about spirituality, about spiritual practices, about anything related to what we teach, we'll be passing them out more in a moment. Having done our meditation this morning is, where is she? Carol Wyeth, our practitioner, and Morel Wyeth will be our pulpit practitioner. She'll be doing the opening prayer and reading. So I think that's it, except please, if you have not already done so, please turn your cell phones off or in airplane mode. And I should say a welcome to those watching us online as well, or watching the recording later. So let's all take a collective deep breath as our musicians prepare us for our opening prayer and reading.
Peace within you, deep peace within you. May peace be upon you. Deep peace be upon you. The peace within shines without like the sun, and it's only just begun. So breathe, just breathe. Breathe, just breathe. Without and the light within are the same, just a different name. So breathe, just breathe. Breathe, just
Just breathe.
Gotta find the page. I know that spirit, God, consciousness, love, bliss is the birthless and deathless, the origin of beings, the foundation. It is love, truth, intelligence. It is the treasure house and the supreme abode. St. Patrick said, God beneath you, God in front of you, God behind you, God above you, God within you. I know that I am made of that infinite self that all great masters point to, as is everyone here, and every sentient being and everything made that was made, all out of the thing itself. Today, we follow and understand the wisdom of Reverend Kimberly and Reverend Stephanie as they answer our questions about new thought principles of unity and science of mind. We each understand what we need and receive the knowledge that we can grasp, each according to their understanding. Each of the attendees here and online gain from the answers that we receive from two of our brilliant teachers who give of themselves today. I'm grateful for their willingness to share their understanding, and I'm grateful for the questions of everyone in the sanctuary and the willingness of the people who hear their words to incorporate this knowledge into their own lives. We all have a part to play by taking this knowledge into the world and spreading it through our example. I now release this word into the law, knowing it is heard and acted upon. And we say together, and so it is. Hello, everybody. Hope you have your questions. Today, I'm reading from the Unity book, and it is Forgiveness. It's February 27th, 2026. I practice forgiveness and find true freedom. As I look upon my life, lingering regrets may keep me tethered to the past, especially if I'm clinging to feelings of resentment and unforgiveness. Oops. Did it turn off? Jesus spoke about forgiveness and taught his disciples to forgive, even to love their enemies. In the ultimate example of forgiveness, he said from the cross, Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do. I commit to forgiveness, not as a one-time act, but a continuous process. I notice when I feel constricted energy in my heart, or when my mind is preoccupied with resentment or anger. Through divine love, I forgive easily. As I forgive, I am forgiven. Anger and bitterness are dissolved, and I give way to love's flow. And from Ephesians 4:32, be kind to one another, tender-hearted, forgiving one another as God in Christ has forgiven you. Thank you.
The nice thing about today for the music is there's kind of no theme, so we get to do just whatever we want. So this is a piece I played here 30 years ago. This was the first church I ever played, except when I was like 9 years old at a Lutheran church. Anyway, so here we go. A chant to invoke universal compassion in our lives. Om Tare Tare, Tut Tare, Tu Re Soha. tare tare, tu tare tu re so ha, om tare tare, tu tare tu re so ha, om tare tare, tu tare tu re so ha, om tare tare, tu tare tu re so ha, om tare tare, tu tare tu re so ha, om tare tare, tu tare tu re so ha, om. Tare tare, tu tare tu re so ha, om tare tare, tu tare tu re so ha, om tare tare, tu tare tu re so ha, om tare tare, tu tare tu re so ha, om tare tare, tu tare tu re so ha, om tare tare, tu tare tu re so ha, om. Tare tare, tu tare tu re so ha, om tare tare, tu tare tu re so ha, om tare tare, tu tare tu re so ha, om tare tare, tu tare tu re so ha, om tare tare, tu tare tu re so ha, om tare tare, tu tare tu re so ha, om tare tare, tu tare tu re so ha, om tare tare, tu tare tu re so ha, om tare tare, tu tare tu re so ha. Tare tare, tu tare tu re so ha, om tare tare, tu tare tu re so ha, om tare tare, tu tare tu re so ha, om.
Absolutely lovely, you three. Thank you. So let's see. First of all, if you did not get a slip, because we're going to do Q&A with the ministers this morning, if you didn't get a slip of paper as you walked in, would you raise your hand and the ushers will bring you one? And if you need a pen, raise your hand. And as they do that, Reverend Stuffy and I are going to read you. You know, we have read the principles of science of mind many times in here. Actually, science of mind and unity teach almost the same things. And this morning, we're going to read unity's 5 basic principles to just start us off on the Q&A trail here. These are simpler and more easy to understand. So we're going to share reading these to you. There are 5. Unity of Medford and our unity movement envision a spiritual journey where everybody is free to find their own connection with the divine. We embrace 3 principles of truth. Number 1, human beings have a spark of divinity within them, the Christ spirit within. I'm reading the wrong one. I guess you can read number 1. Our essence is of God, and therefore we are also inherently good.
Divine intelligence is working within me, but I forgot my glasses. So, and I forgot my glasses. So God, you read
I will read them. Okay. Number 1, which I missed. See how, what is it? I had a mentor once that called us delightfully human. Yes, we are delightfully human. Number 1 was, God is absolute good, everywhere present. Number 3, we create our experiences by our thoughts held in mind. Everything in the manifest realm has its beginning in thought, whether it's the thought of the Divine One or our thought. Number 4, prayer is creative thinking that heightens the connection with God mind and therefore brings forth wisdom, healing, prosperity, and everything good. Rev Steph's going to read the last one for us.
Okay. Thank you. Knowing and understanding the laws of life, also called truth, are not enough. A person must also live the truth that he or she knows. Thank you.
So now, in case you haven't quite finished formulating your questions, we're going to have a few minutes of music from our musicians, a meditative space to write out any question you have for us. We ask you to put 1 question on each form, so if you need another form, just wave your hand in the air. And how many of you still need some time to write your questions? Let me just take okay, yeah, we'll give you a few minutes to do that right now. And if you've finished your question, just close your eyes and enjoy the meditation music.
Thank you. So the first question is, please discuss why there are no mistakes despite outward experiences. Interesting, huh? All right, why are there no mistakes? Well, we are essentially spiritual beings, and that means we are perfect, whole, and complete. And the spiritual nature of who we truly are is not part of the human mistake-making faculty. So the human sense of who we are is the one that makes mistakes, only because we live in the realm of separation as humans, where there's judgment, right, wrong, good, bad, oh, you shouldn't have done that, oh, that was a mistake. So mistakes don't exist in the mind of God. The mind of God, or the all-seeing eye of God, is too pure to behold iniquity. So the mind of God can't even see you and me supposedly messing up, making mistakes. Can't see it, can't behold it, can't even entertain it, because the mind of God is functioning in oneness. We could look at mistakes as learning experiences. So when a baby is learning to walk, he or she might fall over. Is that a mistake? Not really. They're just learning to strengthen their muscles and find their balance. So you could look at mistake as, oh, I wasn't conscious, but now I'm becoming more conscious. So that act of falling over, let's say falling over, allowed me to see, oh, okay, that's not the way to do it. If I want to be in alignment, I have to find my balance before I start walking, for example. So mistake is, if you want to look at it as a learning experience, that's far more empowering than looking at it as though you've done something wrong because you're a bad or stupid person. That's not the truth.
Thank you, Rev Steph. I've just been looking over some of these, and there are some great questions. Thank you all for participating. Here's our next one. Please share your thoughts on loving all that is unfolding in our world with all the crazy things we may not understand. Wow. That is the question of the hour, is it not? Of the year, of the century, maybe. So, I don't know that we love all things. We accept all things. We don't resist all things. We trust that all things are working for the good. That's what Jesus told us. I think if we truly believe there's one power, one presence, and that divine order simply always is, then everything's working out. We may not see it yet, but it's working out. I think that we are called to love all people, like the reading that Morel did this morning about forgiveness. That is a challenging thing right now, especially, I think, in our political climate. But when we don't love, when we hate, when we resent, we create more of the hating and resentment and division. So we are called, literally, as Jesus taught us, to love our enemies. We don't believe we actually have any enemies. We don't believe in evil. We don't believe there's a separate power outside of God from evil. We do believe, as Reverend Stephanie was telling us, that we make mistakes. We stray. The Bible calls it sin. We call it straying from the mark. So I think, and this is, I think, what I've been talking about several Sundays this year, loving what is. Keep coming from the heart. Keep seeing the world with the vision of the Christ eyes, which is the vision that knows we are one, that knows we can't be separate, and keep forgiving. And I think as more and more of us learn to do that, and I know Morel was sharing, and she was maybe going to share when she did her reading this morning. She went to the march yesterday and found that people were coming together. People were talking about forgiveness and oneness and unity and rising up. And as more of us do that, we will shift what's going on. I think finally I will say that what is coming up was created collectively. It was not the doing of one man, one party, one anything. So what is surfacing right now is what we all need to look at, the shadow side of all of us. And if we point out there and project it, we are not owning what's in here. So yes, we can love all that's going on in faith and trust, knowing that we will emerge from this as one, because that's the truth of who we are.
So to continue on the theme, the next question that came to me is, apart from what's for lunch, somebody asked, what's for lunch? And I mean, I'm divinely intelligent, but I don't know what Michael's got planned. So you'll have to ask Michael, sorry, or experience it for yourself after the service. So the next question that came up is forgiveness within love? So the theme of forgiveness seems to be the hot topic today. So forgiveness, that's often a tough one, isn't it? To
to forgive the act, and not from a place of, I'm so spiritually superior that I can forgive you, you poor little peon, for, for making that mistake. That's not forgiveness. So I love the work of Iyanla Van Sant. Some of you might have heard of her. She started out as a religious science minister, and has since then broadened and gone on to much greater things. But nevertheless, she wrote a wonderful book. I think it's called 21 Days to Forgiveness. And the pattern of forgiveness is, I forgive myself for judging X as. So I forgive myself for judging that person as stupid. I forgive myself for judging myself as stupid. I forgive myself for judging my parents as ignorant. I forgive myself for judging our president as sick, for example. So I forgive myself for all that, because if I'm judging, if I'm not forgiving, it means that I'm holding someone in the realm of separation. Because as I said before, the God cannot behold iniquity. The eye of God is too pure to behold iniquity. So if I'm looking through the eyes of God, as Reverend Kimberly just said, I can't even see mistake. I can't even see illness. I can't even see anything that looks less than divine. I can't. So to work on ourselves to get to that space is the work. It's not really about what's going on out there. And I just want to mention, in alignment with forgiveness, compassion. So for me, I don't know how it was for you, but growing up was difficult. Being a teenager was really difficult. And it was hard for me to forgive my parents for the longest time, even though I understood mentally they did their best. And I would think, yeah, but their best wasn't that great. Honestly, I wasn't that impressed. But then, as I got older, a lot older, I think I stopped being a teenager at age 44, approximately. I started to understand about trauma, my own complex post-traumatic stress disorder. And then I thought, oh, that's what my parents were dealing with too. And I began to understand the background of trauma that they came from before they even got together and conceived me and my sisters. So then as soon as I grew in my own understanding, I could have understanding for them and compassion for them. And it wasn't like, again, like, I forgive you because you were so ignorant. It's like, oh, no, you really did do the best you could, given very, I'm trying to use a nice word, very awful beginnings, very awful beginnings, very painful beginnings, very traumatic beginnings. You did the best you could with the material that you were given to start off your own life. I'll leave it there. That's a lot of talking. We're both giving, have you noticed we both want to do the whole sermon? Sorry.
There's a joke about don't give a minister the mic. Would you take the ones you've answered? Okay, I got one here. I don't know that we've addressed this in here before. How does Science of Mind view the ego as it relates to the self, in quotes, the personality? That's an interesting one, isn't it? So, what is the ego? I don't know that Ernest spoke to this. I'd have to check my concordance. But the ego, I think, is that, well, first of all, if you believe the Course in Miracles, the ego is something that really is the part of us that believes we're separate from God. I believe the ego serves a purpose. I mean, for us to live in this physical world, we need an ego to make decisions, you know, to have a sense of self, etc. So I think we need it. But when we really know the truth that we're one, I think that we transcend the ego. And I'll tell you, you know, we've been accused in Science of Mind of kind of being a get-rich-quick scheme. I've talked about this before because we believe our thoughts and prayers create so we can all be rich and happy, right? Ernest Holmes started his radio addresses every week with the sentence, "There's a power for good in the universe and you can use it." And it's true, we can, right? We all know that. Most of us in here have seen answered prayer and know that where we focus, we bring about. What we think about, we bring about. We can change conditions by changing our thinking. And I was so relieved, I've shared this before, when years ago at Namaste Center for Spiritual Living, founded by my sister Kristen Hawkins, Kathy Hearn, who was our Centers for Spiritual Living community leader at the time, started her message with. There's a power in the universe for good, and it can use you. And I've been waiting a long time to hear that, because I believe in these teachings, but this is a higher. We teach the 4 kingdoms of consciousness. Many of you who have been in classes know that. So the first kingdom is you feel like a victim. Life happens to me. Very often when we come into a new thought center, Unity, or Center for Spiritual Living, we come in because life isn't going exactly the way we'd like to. The next kingdom, and I know there are 5 now. The new Foundations class has 5 kingdoms. Did you know that? I'm going to stick with the original 4 because The next kingdom is life happens by me. We learn that we have dominion. By praying and changing our thinking, we can actually change conditions, right? So life happens by me. And what we give up to enter that second kingdom is the idea that we are victims. There's a higher kingdom yet, and none of them, we need all of them. We fluctuate, and in any area of your life, you might be in kingdom 1 because you just feel like things aren't going your way, and in a higher kingdom, I will say higher kingdom, later, for another area of your life. So kingdom 3 is life happens through me. And what we give up then is control, because there is a power greater than us, and we are part of it. But when we connect to that one mind and let it guide us, and it's within us as well as outside of us, right? It's immanent within as well as transcendent without. That is a beautiful way to live. Life happens through me. Finally, if we can really let go of any idea of separation, we live, life happens as me, right? Because we know we are one with it. It lives and guides, and it lives through me. So where does the ego, fall into place? We still need it. When we go to the grocery store and want to make our list, or we, decide we're not going to be with this particular person, we're going to love them and bless them, but, the relationship is toxic, so we're not going to be a doormat. We're maybe not going to have daily contact with them. So I don't think the ego is bad. It's just that we have to, I think, on a spiritual path, be mindful not to let it rule, so that the mind, the infinite love, intelligence can rule.
All right. Next one is, could you explain karma? Is our life influenced by past karma? So the Science of Mind teaching says that we are right now creating our karma for the next minute and the next minute and the next minute. So karma, typically the understanding is that I did bad stuff in the past life, so now I'm going to have bad consequences in this life. But Ernest Holmes says, no, it's nothing to do with the past life. You've only got one life. It's happening now. What you put into motion now in the law must rebound back to you. It has to. It's the law of attraction. You can't do anything to someone without that somehow coming back to you. So I have a great story about this from my book, if you've read The Misadventures of the Irreverent Reverend. I was having an affair with a married man, and my business, I had a massage business at the time, it was going downhill badly. And I spoke to my spiritual teacher, my first Science of Mind teacher, and she was really strict, and thank God for her being so strict, but she said, Stephanie, you only have one life, and you are currently stealing from that man's wife. So you will be stolen from, and you don't get to determine how or where that happens. Wake-up call deluxe. Woof. So then I ended the affair, and magically the business went really well after that, because I wasn't putting negativity into the law. I wasn't stealing. I wasn't taking what really belonged to somebody else. So karma, you can think about it as karma if you want. Ernest Holmes will talk about the law of cause and effect. So what I'm thinking now, what I'm doing now, what I'm saying now must come back to me. So it's a really important lesson or a reminder to just keep your focus on what's good, what's working, what's going well, how much you love the person that you're with, and all of their good qualities. So the more that you focus on the good, the more the good must come back to you.
I'm going to add a little bit there. Lovely answer, by the way. Our founder of Science of Mind, Ernest Holmes, didn't really believe in reincarnation. He was uncertain, but his thought was that it didn't exist. I disagree. I think there are too many evidences. Some of you may have read Brian Weiss's Many Lives, Many Masters. There's stories about the Dalai Lama as a child, knowing where a certain treasure was hidden that he couldn't possibly have known because of a past life. So I don't think we're punished. You know, we believe we're punished by our own actions, as Rev Steph said. I do believe we can come into this incarnation, I guess we should say, not carnation milk, incarnation. I believe we can come into this incarnation with certain tendencies or false beliefs that we picked up, or fears we picked up from a past life, and that we may be called to work through them in this life. Yeah, I guess I should do one. Okay. Can any belief about God be wrong? Oh. Wow, I love these questions. We're never going to get through all of them. So I want to say right now, one of the things we can do is do another Sunday where we do this, and or put a question a week in the newsletter and have an answer. So keep an eye on the newsletter. Okay, can any belief about, we believe, you know, I love 12-step programs because they talk about the God of my understanding, right? There's somebody in our foundations class recently who shared about a different perspective about God. You know, different religions like Buddhism doesn't really have a God. So in our philosophy, we're open. We're open at the top. We're open to, we don't tell you what to believe or what to think, right? So in that regard, there's no wrong belief about God. But I would say in our teaching, since God is goodness, love, not punishing, not angry, if you truly believe that God is sitting up there like a man, and you know, an old man with a white beard judging us, in my opinion, that is not accurate. Not accurate. We won't judge anybody for thinking that. You can come in here and think whatever you want to about God. But what we believe is that God is omniscient, all-knowing, omnipresent, everywhere present, omnipotent, all-powerful. The Greeks used to say, its center is everywhere, its circumference doesn't exist. It is infinite, it is eternal, it is changeless. So I don't know exactly what was behind this question, but I guess the message I'd like to deliver is you are free to believe whatever you choose about your higher power. But, you know, let's look at, if we're still hanging on to some old notions that this is a judge punishing, I don't believe that. I believe God is pure, unconditional love. And I think if you truly read the New Testament, that is what Jesus meant underneath everything. Remember when they were about to stone the woman who was brought in because she was caught in the act of adultery? I always wonder where the man was. It takes two to be adulterous, right? But what did Jesus say? You know, let him who has not sinned throw the first stone. And that, you know, and he ministered to sinners, if you will. So I hope that answers the question for whoever thought.
The next one is, according to Science of Mind teachings, what is the purpose of human life? What is our goal? I love that question too. I believe that we're here to express more of our divine nature. That's why we're here. This is, you could call it school, where we get to learn what works, what doesn't work, and certainly in my own experience, the more I grow, the more I learn, the better my life becomes. And not only does my life become better, but the impact that I have on other people is better as well. And if love is all there is, then my job, my purpose is to become the greatest transparency for love that I can become. And using all of the circumstances and conditions of my life to learn about love. So what, as I was mentioning before about I forgive myself for judging, that's all about becoming a greater transparency or greater conduit for love to express itself. That for me is the goal. Do you want to add? No? Okay.
Thank you. I'm going to do two here and kind of combine them. They're related, I think. You often say there's only one creator. I pray to many gods and guides, Ganesha, King David, my seraphim dragon, as well as to Jesus and the God of my forebears. Do you feel this is wrong? Heck no. Heck no. I don't believe there are many different gods. I mean, Hinduism does have many gods, but I think they're aspects of one essence, one creator. The same is true of our teaching symbol. You know, you see it on the front of the podium. The top represents the mind of spirit. The middle represents that responsive part of spirit, the law, the creative medium. And the bottom represents the physical manifestations that spirit creates, you, me, the world. But it's all one. It's God at its essence. So do I believe this is wrong? No, absolutely not. I believe in angels. I believe we all have angels. Hiking yesterday, you may have seen on my Facebook post, Virginia peeled her orange, and it was exactly the image of an angel. What a beautiful reminder that, you know, these beings of love are always surrounding us and guiding us and supporting us, yes? Yeah. And the second question was, how do you get to a place where you truly believe that a higher power guides your life? Cora's saying, pray. Yes. Be still and know that I am God. Be still. Ask. The other reading Morel was considered reading, maybe you'll do it next time you're up here, was about prayer, asking for guidance. But we have to still the mind in order to hear. We can't hear when we're caught up in the noisiness of our monkey mind. So meditate, pray. And then I say, keep track of when you do get a nudge and you follow it and it works out. Keep track of answered prayers. Keep track of synchronicities, because it helps build our belief that we are truly guided.
How much more time do we have for questions?
I would say maybe one more.
One more question, okay. Okay, is enlightenment an absolute term, or is it relative, or is it meaningless? I don't think it's absolute. I think that it's similar to what I was saying before, that the more I grow, the more I learn, the more you grow, the more you learn, the more loving you become, the more filled with light you become. So the goal might be enlightenment, to be as light-filled as I can be in this life. Will I ever get there in this life? Probably not. That's okay. I can do the best that I can do. Certainly for me, so then I could say, okay, it's relative. Is it meaningless? No, I think it's a worthy purpose, a worthy call to aim to be as enlightened as I can be in this world. And you probably read the Buddhist stuff. Before enlightenment, chop wood, carry water. After enlightenment, chop wood, carry water. Yeah, so will it look different on the outside? Maybe not, but it's all about the inner work anyway.
Thank you. Last question for now, but boy, we've got a lot of them. We're gonna have to get to these other ones. So this one, what exactly is the difference between Unity and CSL? Great question. So we're both what are called New Thought denominations, and those principles that we read at the beginning are what we both teach, that there's one God, the power of our creative mind, that God is good, everywhere present, and so on. Oneness is the first principle taught in both denominations. These denominations, one, Centers for Spiritual Living, was started by the founder, Ernest Holmes, who was a brilliant synthesizer. He read the scriptures from all the major world religions. He read philosophy and science at the time, and he synthesized it. He was taught by Mary Baker Eddy, who was called the teacher of teachers. So were the Fillmores, Charles and Myrtle Fillmore, who founded Unity Center, or Unity Church. So they were taught the same thing. Ernest also had a background in Christian Science. He became a Christian Science. Mary Baker Eddy, I got the wrong one. Emma Curtis Hopkins is the teacher of teachers. Emma Curtis Hopkins is the teacher of teachers. Mary Baker Eddy founded Christian Science, which of course doesn't believe what we believe, a pillar of prayer, it's all God. You can seek medical help, and you can pray. You can do both. One isn't wrong. And I lost a classmate when I was in high school whose parents were Christian Scientists and wouldn't take her to the doctor. So back to the original question here. Both are very, very similar. There really isn't a difference in terms of one believes something and one doesn't believe something. The difference, I would say, is that Unity tends to be more centered on the life and teachings of Jesus. We believe in both denominations that Jesus was our elder brother. He was the great example, not the great exception. These things and more ye shall do, he taught. Know ye not that ye are gods, right? But Unity ministers tend to speak more about Jesus and about the Bible. There are some centers for spiritual living. For instance, next Sunday is Easter. I will give an Easter message because I believe that there's beautiful, beautiful New Thought teachings about Easter. Many centers for spiritual living will not, but Unities will. So that's the difference, I would say, basically.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay, are we wrapped up?
Yeah.
How about you do a prayer? Because nobody prays better than this one, huh?
Thank you. All right.
Let's give you a hand for your question.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, thank you very much. All right, let's pray together. So we're just turning aside now from everything that's been going on so far this day in this space. All of the questions, all of the answers, all of the mental activity, all of the integrating, all of the further questions that are bubbling up to the surface. Just allow them to recede into the background of our awareness and put our attention on that which is one. The one power, the presence, the omnipresence, the omnipotence, the abundance, the harmony, the love, the intelligence, the well-being, the vitality, the wholeness, the all in all. And I am that, and so too is everyone in this sanctuary and everyone watching on the recording. Each one is a magnificent expression, a magnificent emanation of the one. And I speak my word for this community, knowing that each one here is blessed and ever blessed. That whatever has happened thus far in their lives, it's over, it's past, it's complete. And a brand new beginning happens now. The slate is wiped clean. Something new is emerging in each individual and in this community that could not have happened before this particular point in time, for we are at the highest point in our evolution thus far. And so I bless this community. I know that wherever there seems to be an appearance of scarcity or lack, that abundance and affluence is now flowing freely and in, through, and all around each soul here. There is no limit, and there are no limits to anyone's full and glorious, abundant expression. And where there seems to be any sense of illness or disease or pain or discomfort in the body temple, knowing that the wholeness that is the truth of being is manifesting itself in beautiful ways. The intelligence of every single cell is working in perfect harmony and perfect partnership with every other cell to reveal and express the perfect wholeness at the core of being. And wherever there seems to be any friction or conflict or disharmony in relationship, knowing right now that love is going ahead to prepare the way, that love is the mind that sees, the eyes that see, the voice that speaks in every relationship. So love is informing our goings out and our comings in. I'm speaking the word for our beloved country, and know that oneness rules, oneness reigns supreme. There is no other true reality. There is only one. So I'm declaring that each one here from this point forth can only see through the eyes of God. Each one here can only see the sameness, the unity, the oneness, the collaboration, the teamwork, the essential human-to-human understanding. And there's nothing else. So I do give thanks for the power of this word that has gone forth now as law. I do give thanks for healing at every level. I do give thanks for the power of the Spirit making itself known between us and amongst us, joining us together in love and harmony and understanding. And so, heaven is revealed on earth this day because of us. And so it is. Amen.
So it is.
So we're going to do a song that I originally wrote actually for a Unity Palm Sunday service. And for those not familiar, Palm Sunday is the day that Jesus rode into Jerusalem and was received triumphantly. And I feel that this song really asks each of us how we choose to move forward into our destinies as Jesus was moving forward into his. You are the conscience, You are the kindness. You are responsible for thought and deed. You are the connector. You are the protector of all that's good in this world. Hosanna. Hosanna. The moment I awake, I arise. I don't hesitate to ride into the city of my dreams, illuminated, praying in the garden. It is clear that the fear is just a shadow, and the power of our lives comes together in God's eyes. Ooh. If you could see as I see, you are my eyes in this world. If you could do as I do, you are my hands in this world. If you could feel as I feel, you are my heart in this world. If you could dream as I dream, you are my hope in this world. Hosanna. Hosanna. My life to serve a better world. The path of peace before me. My life to hold an eternity of vision, creation's embrace. If you could see as I see, you are my eyes in this world. If you could do as I do, you are my hands in this world. If you could feel as I feel, you are my heart in this world. If you could dream as I dream, you are my hope in this world. Hosanna. Hosanna. Hosanna.
Wow. First of all, thank you for recognizing Palm Sunday. And I want to give credit. Who wrote that song? That's what I figured. She doesn't say that very often, but oh my, gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous, Laura. Yeah. Whew. Time now for our tithes and offerings. Thank you to Terry and Sue for being our ushers this morning. There are envelopes behind the purple chairs if you need to give cash, and put your name in there so we can give you credit. Thank you so much for supporting our center. Let's say our affirmation together. Graciously I give from a place of love, knowing that as I give, so do I richly receive.
I send my love over the mountain. I send my love over the sea. I send my love into the heavens, and it returns to me. I send my love over the mountains. I send my love over the sea. I send my love into the heavens, and it returns to me. And it returns to me. And it returns to me.
A few announcements before we break for food and fellowship, and I'm going to make them quick because it's already half past. There are many things going on this week, and please consult your newsletter or the calendar on our website to find out what that includes. They happen every week or every other week, and it's a lot of good stuff going on. Please stay after our food and fellowship for a free presentation with Kelly Marcatulli, who is president of Oregon for Safer Technology and a CSL member. She will share helpful tips for using technology in today's world while staying healthy and balanced, including ways to recognize habits of overuse and simple practices for safer digital living. I know I will be there, Kelly, to hear that. Michael Sunday has served this community for so many years with his soup and food ministry. He is stepping down. He's having some issues with his health, and he has just blessed us for so long. And so, first of all, I want to recognize Michael. Are you in the room, Michael, right now? Let's give him a love. Yeah. Soak it in, Michael. Soak it in. Yeah. Truly a ministry of love. And so I think this community has become pretty attached to food and fellowship afterwards. So thank you, Michael, for that. And Greg Stewart, who originally started the coffee after COVID, remember? So here's what we're going to propose. Please sign up occasionally to bring something in, a soup, a salad, a fruit salad, a dessert. There's a sign-up sheet in the Bosworth Hall, and that way we can continue to have our time with food aplenty. So, yeah. Let's see, the intensive radical forgiveness workshop that Kathy Green had planned to give has been postponed. Technology didn't serve us well last week, so stay tuned. That will be rescheduled. And let's see, don't forget the sign-up sheets in Bosworth Hall. You can sign up for a name tag, for the newsletter, etc. There's a prayer box in the back. Please submit your requests, and we pray for you all week, the whole ecclesiastical team. Finally, let's see, I don't have it in here. DeLacy Patterson, come on up. We've got a really, really exciting program that we're launching, and DeLacy has agreed to spearhead it. It's called Gourmets for God. Some of you know it from other centers, yes? It's a lot of fun. DeLacy, I'm going to give you the mic, girl. There you go. Hold it nice and close.
So I'm here again to ask you for something, but this time it's going to be fun. So, well, actually, I think it's always fun, isn't it? Yes. So, who in here has been exposed to Gourmets for God in other centers? Awesome. So there's several of you. All right. So then you know what's coming. So, and this is just to supplement our regular. So don't don't stop giving. So, but this is like a social spin on it. So, I was like, me. So, because I love social stuff and I love to have fun. So, I'm just going to read this real quick. Gourmets for God is a fundraiser that focuses on fun and connection, where great food, big hearts, and joyful community come together in the most delicious way possible. It is a community-created auction filled with food-centered experiences designed to bring us together, spark connection, and support our spiritual home. From casual picnics and on-hands cooking classes to elegant dinners and playful food adventures, there is something for every taste and style. Soon, we will be inviting you to create and inspire joy-filled opportunities for people in our spiritual community to come together and deeper connections. Gourmet for God events are as creative as you want them to be. The sky is the limit. And we've been thinking of all kinds of really fun things. So let your brain kind of, just go wild. So let's create something fun and delicious together. And Shannon and I prepared a little slideshow for you guys just to kind of get those juices flowing. And we're also going to be helping too. So just so you know, if you're like, oh my gosh, what do you want me to do? If you're used to hosting stuff, then that's great. You can do that. But also if you're like, oh, I might have the perfect home, but I really am not good at hosting, we have a team of people willing to help you host things in your home, in your yard, in the park, at the whatever. Really, there is no limits to this. It could be whatever. So we do have a team that will come alongside you and help you plan, help you do all that, and we're ready. We're ready for this fun. So anyway, here's the slideshow. Thanks all.
Yeah.
So big thanks to DeLacy and her team. You're going to be asked in the next few weeks to come up with ideas. What would you like to host? And then there's bidding, and we'll explain details later, but it is a heck of a lot of fun. And it not only raises money for the center, but even probably more important is it builds connection, and this community loves connection. So one more announcement. This afternoon at 4 o'clock p.m., Anton, Laura, and Richard will be at the Wellsprings in Jacksonville to do a kirtan concert.
Jackson Hot Springs.
Jackson Hot Springs. What did I say?
Ashland.
Wellsprings?
The Wellsprings, it's in Ashland.
Okay. Okay,
Come
Jackson
see
Wellsprings.
us
All
afterwards.
right. Well,
Let's
okay, so we're going to turn it over to the musicians one more time. Maybe the closing song could be kind of brief because we're running over, but hey, it's all good. It was a great service.
You're
Thank you
going
all
to
so
like
much.
it, Kimberly. We picked this one for you.
By the way, meanwhile, let's have ministers and practitioners to come on up. They're available for prayer. As always, do not leave here with a heavy heart. Grab one of these wonderful practitioners and ministers to do a treatment for you.
All right. If you love to stand up, we'd love to dance with you.
Every day, think as you wake up. Today I am fortunate to have woken up. I am alive. I have a precious human life. And I'm not gonna waste it, no. Every day, think as you wake up. Today I am fortunate to have woken up. I am alive. I have a precious human life. And I'm not gonna waste it, no.
Do we have some words?
Every day, think as you wake up. Today I am fortunate to have woken up. I am alive. I have a precious human life. And I'm not